Shalom everybody, it's me Amir, welcome back to my apartment in Berlin. Once again, it's been... uploaded Jewish fetish. Oh, that's funny, okay. If you take all my artsy stuff away, the last YouTube video was a year ago. Hey, so I want to make this video for a very long time, and also recently someone recognized me from one of my videos. Actually, she watched almost all of my videos and she really liked them, and she also asked me to make another video. I forgot her name. She was cooking some really delicious Indian food in a place that I was working at. So hello to you, and thank you for encouraging me to do that. In this video today, I would like to talk with you, and look, I have a paper. Why I didn't upload a video for such a long time, my regrets about my last travel videos, and I tried to play down COVID at the time, and a little bit about my artsy projects, my thoughts about COVID, YouTube, TikTok, fame on the internet, and my creativity. This video is going to be a little bit talky, but I'm also going to share with you some cool stuff that I did.
Like hot peppers, animation, and fermentation.
Okay, so why I haven't uploaded videos? The short answer is complicated, and the longer answer is to explain why it's complicated. Okay, I enjoy making YouTube videos. It does take a lot of time, as all the other YouTubers told you. I'm quite crafted in this field. Actually, most of my income is coming from video editing, so that's not a big deal for me. So that's the first issue. It takes a lot of time and I don't make a lot of money out of it. The amount of money that you get from YouTube is nothing. I get maybe $100 a year for the entire channel. It's a hobby. Yeah, making YouTube is a hobby, and I have many hobbies. Another reason why I stopped making YouTube videos is because I was very busy with work. I was working actually on a TV series from Israel. It features a lot of celebrities from Israel, and it's one of the most popular TV show, if not the most popular TV show in Israel for this age group. And that took a lot of time. It was very exhausting. I promised myself not to do Israeli television again once I moved to Berlin, but I took it anyway. It was like doing lockdown, and I didn't really have a job. I also edited a super cool video. It's like a science communication, quantum mechanic video. Another video that I edited recently actually is the second episode of Jonzo. It's an internet series, super funny because they interview a comedian. Also, if you're interested in Berlin, because this video is so Berlin, oh my god. Also, I want to introduce you to a new friend of mine, and this is Koji. Let's see what's in the box. This is the Koji. So Koji is used a lot in Japanese cuisine, but not only, also in China and Korea. It's like rice full of beneficial mold. So I build everything by myself. This is my own design. So this is operating now. You can see there is a humidifier inside, and this is the humidity sensor here. This is the temperature sensor. Everything is sanitized, by the way. It's all super clean. Beneath you can see the heating mat. You can see here fans for air. There is another fan over here, and everything is connected to those machines. So this one controls the humidity, and this one the temperatures.
A stupid reference from The Simpsons that nobody remembers and nobody cares about.
So in early 2020, I traveled to Taiwan and Hong Kong. Very beautiful, amazing, one-in-a-lifetime experience. But in this video, I played down COVID a little bit, because at the time, COVID just erupted in China and the Far East. Nobody really understood how severe it's going to be. And I played it down a little bit. I said, oh, I don't care about this hysteria, I'm going to travel anyway. So that was very foolish of me, but also, nobody knows. Nobody knew at the time. Nobody. I don't want to take the video down, because I really like this video. It's a very good memory, but this aspect of it is kind of stupid. So I'm sorry about that. Another topic that is very personal for me, that held me back from making more videos, is internet fame and success in general. I think because of my very complicated and messed up childhood and my relationship with my family that is also very complex, I am programmed to not be successful. Success for me, intuitively, means failure. I was growing up believing that rich people, famous people, they're all corrupt, they're all evil, and we shouldn't be like that if we want to be good people. But when I was growing up a little bit, I discovered that it's not true. I have very successful friends, I have also rich friends, and they're all good friends. You know, they're all really nice people. For me, when I start doing something and this something becoming a little bit more successful, I hold back from keep doing that. And this is a pattern that I see my entire life, not only with this YouTube channel. So this is something that I'm working on to change, and maybe this video is part of this change. I don't want to be afraid of success. Like when my YouTube channel took off and I had a few viral videos, people start to recognize me on the street in Berlin. It was really fun, to meet all of you and to say hello and to hear a little bit about your story and how my videos might have helped you. But I was really afraid of the person that I'm becoming. I was afraid that maybe I'm becoming corrupt in some ways. Hey, so welcome to my pepper garden. I was really enjoying to grow peppers. German people don't like spicy food. If you try to look for hot peppers, they're either very hard to find or very expensive. I grew 3 types of peppers. Here the yellow ones are habaneros. Those big plants here are poblanos. And behind me, serrano peppers. They're still producing flowers and fruits, and this is completely bonkers because it's Christmas time now. And we are in Berlin and there is no sun. It's only the start of the day and it's already sunset. Yeah, so it's basically a big greenhouse, this place. My plan is to take the poblanos, my favorite, and try to overwinter them. I also bought a lot of new seeds for next season, so I'm really excited about that. This is the happy place in my COVID time. Yeah, another thing I would like to say is that the purpose of this channel at the beginning was to promote my business that I had at the time. I was giving photography tours in Berlin. I was showing people around the city, also coming with my photography equipment, taking nice pictures for them. And that was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed doing that. But of course, because of COVID, everything destroyed. This business does not exist anymore. But also this YouTube channel went to a different direction. I noticed that my other videos, my more bloggy videos on what you should do before you come to Berlin are becoming much more successful. So I did a few of those, but then I didn't feel very comfortable and continue doing that because I didn't feel like I have a lot to say or to contribute. Yeah, I immigrated to Berlin and I almost share everything that I know about. I'm not a professional, I'm not a lawyer, I'm not a relocation expert or something like that. So what more can I say about this topic? Another hobby that I developed during COVID time is astrophotography, because from my balcony where I grow the pepper, I can also see many stars. And you can see the Milky Way and you can see the planets, and I bought a telescope and binoculars. And you would be surprised how much you can see from a big city like Berlin. And especially if you have a wide aperture. What I really like about astrophotography, it's still a type of photography that cell phones are really behind us. So a lot of people say that photography is dead because photography now is more like a skill, is not a profession. You don't really need to be a professional photographer to take nice pictures. Sometimes it's true, sometimes it's not true. Astrophotography is still a type of photography that it's impossible to do with a cell phone. So this is something that is very, very interesting for me because astrophotography is the most technical aspect of photography that you can imagine. I really enjoy the challenge of astrophotography more than the result, because let's face it, you will never be able to compete with Hubble. Or if you live in a city, you would never be able to compete with someone who's living in the middle of the desert with no light pollution. But the fact that I can collect photons from different galaxies or from an emission nebula and to see the result is like so satisfying. The biggest highlight of this hobby was when NASA published one of my pictures on their Instagram, which was like absolutely mind-blowing. Like NASA, well, it's not exactly my picture. I used the Hubble archive to extract some raw data from the Hubble Space Telescope, and I was editing it again. But the technique of editing astrophotography is also part of astrophotography, so you can say it's like half Hubble picture, half my picture. But anyway, it was mind-blowing. NASA. But you know, also with that, when I got the recognition from NASA that my work is good and they actually published my picture, I stopped doing that. I am afraid of success. So I'm going to work on that now, and I'm going to do more astrophotography because apparently I'm quite good at it. So I should continue. The third issue I would like to talk about is where the platform is going. I do like to watch a lot of YouTube. I prefer YouTube over television and sometimes over films, but I really don't like the shorts. It's like YouTube tried to compete with TikTok. I don't watch TikTok. I don't care about TikTok. If I watch a YouTube video, I would like to learn something new. I would like to enrich my life. And I think if you condense stuff for 1 minute or 30 seconds, you know, it's more like farting something. I'm not interested in farting on YouTube. I don't want to fart on you. If I make a video, I want it to be substantial. I want it to be something with content, something that I would enjoy watching. Also, I found out recently that YouTube doesn't recommend me new content creators on their platform. And if I scroll down, I see many commercials and trailers and stuff like that. I'm not interested in that whatsoever. And I thought YouTube, with all these algorithms, would understand that. But I guess this is how Google makes money. I feel like there is less and less opportunity for new talent to emerge on this platform. My channel gained some traction, but it's still a very small channel. And I don't think it can grow unless I will pay for it, because nowadays being viral is a product. You buy it. Okay, so welcome back to my kitchen. I upgraded my kitchen quite a lot this year. And also I was doing a lot of fermentation, a lot of different types of fermentation. First I got back into brewing homemade sake. It's so nice. I love it. It's a great drink. I really enjoy drinking that. And it's so much fun to make. Miso. I have a lot of different types of miso that I made. This is recently a miso that I made from chickpeas. Super delicious stuff. Pure chickpeas and koji. That's it. And a little bit of salt. This is my favorite miso this year. So this one I made from yellow peas and sakura flowers. So I have a sakura tree in my backyard and I picked some flowers and I made miso with it, and it's so good. It tastes so nice. This one is an experiment that turned out to be quite delicious, but it's a condiment made from green beans and jalapeno peppers. So it's like a Mexican dobanjiang. And talking about dobanjiang, I'm really excited about this one. So this is Koji inoculated broad beans that I mixed together with lacto-fermented peppers that I grew with some salt and water. So now I just need to ferment it for at least 1 year and I will have the most amazing dobanjiang ever. So I'm aiming to make the best mapo tofu in Europe. This is my goal with my New Year resolution. So this is a jar of kombucha that I ferment now. This is actually a type of kombucha that I call klub mucha because I brew mate and then I make kombucha from the mate. And of course, soy sauce. It will be ready in May 2022. Rice vinegar. This is another product that I fermented that I'm really proud of. It tastes amazing. Another big passion that I have is for tea, because I'm allergic to coffee and I don't need to explain that. I just really like tea. And a big shout out this year is a place in Berlin called C-Space that almost became my second home in Berlin. I call it like a community center. I don't know if they like this definition. The guys at C-Space discovered that I show a lot of knowledge about tea because I'm a nerd and I like to geek a lot about my hobbies, and they really appreciate it. And last summer of 2021, I was working there in the tea bar, explaining people about tea, teach them how to brew and what the different types of tea, where they come from, and a little bit about tea drinking tradition. So yeah, I really took my hobby of drinking tea and geeking about tea to the next level. They were even very kind to offer me to have a workshop about Koji. I did a presentation about how to grow Koji and what to do with it in front of 15 people. If you are in Berlin, or if you plan to move to Berlin and you enjoy East Asian culture and drinking good tea and you want to meet like-minded people, or if you just want to say hello, come to C-Space. I will link their location in the description box. Gloves. Very important when you work with Koji. Koji has a lot of enzymes and you don't want it to hurt your skin. Also, it's very important to be sanitized and very clean when you ferment stuff. I'm just going to put all the Koji inside the jar, measure exactly how much I have. Now, by the way, raw Koji, so delicious. That's a big mess. I didn't know it would be so hard to make Shio Koji in front of the camera. So now we need to add the same amount of water by volume. Maybe a little bit more because the rice is going to absorb some of the water actually. We need to calculate now 5% of that. 58-ish grams of salt. Come on, give it to me, baby. Almost there. Now just mixing it. Another optional step is to take a hand mixer and smash it all together. A lot of restaurants do that. Okay, so what the f is this? What is Shio Koji? Quite salty. I will let it ferment for 7 days. Mostly restaurants use it with meat. My plan for this baby is to make a duck in a sous vide, and I will coat it with a thin layer of Shio Koji, and the enzymes inside will start breaking down the protein inside the muscle of the duck, will change the texture of it a little bit, and also gives a lot of natural umami flavor from inside the meat itself. So this is like the magic of working with Koji, that you actually make the meat itself taste like umami, which is quite amazing. I was also extremely creative during first lockdown in 2020. I made 2 films, one called Charging Up, and the second one is an animation called Don't Be a Dick. And Don't Be a Dick is a little bit controversial, edgy animation about sex education. It's shown in a lot of international festivals around the world, some big ones also, and I'm really proud of it. It received the Best Animation Award in Splice Film Festival in New York City. So that was, one of the highlights of my career actually. And that happened during first lockdown. So I was inside this house, isolated, and I decided, okay, I can go to a depressed state, or I can use this opportunity to be extremely creative and do what I really want to do, because I have nothing else to do. And I decided to take this route. I was depressed in the past too many times, and I don't want to go back there. So I guess that if you reach to this time in the video, you enjoy watching what I do, and you are the type of people that I want to make videos for. I don't know how much are you out there anymore, and I don't know what to do with this channel. So please contact me. If you don't want to write a comment here on YouTube, find me on Instagram, or just send me a DM on Facebook or an email, something. And do you find my hobbies interesting? I'm thinking maybe to focus a little bit on my filmmaking career. I can talk a lot about post-production and my philosophy about filmmaking in general. Well, I hope you have a very warm holiday season, and I hope 2022 now, oh my god, is going to be better than 2021. And yeah, it's fun to make YouTube videos. Maybe I should do more.